We saw persimmons over here. We've seen some right in here. They're growing up. Where are they coming from?
Yeah, where's Mama?
And I know we've got some back over here to the west that we've seen, but they don't. There's only like one female in there, isn't there?
It's a giant tree that only produces like 6 persimmons a year.
Could
yellow warbler over there.
If we could find another
What is it? What is it?
female somewhere, then maybe we are finding a good spot come October.
I bet you we push in here further, there'll be some, because there's like some like lowland kind of stuff in here.
So we're out here today on a piece of public in Texas, and what the plan is we've been hunting a spot here pretty close, and just interject whenever, but that over time has actually gotten worse for us, and we think that that some of the different things that are happening in the area,
there's some outside influences that we can't control,
yes,
that are really affecting deer movement. At least that's our hypothesis. And an uptick in hunting pressure that's kind of steadily increased. Maybe we even attributed to that some. What we're doing today is we really want to try to figure out where these deer have gone to. I don't think they've vacated the premises, right? I think they're in the area.
So we're not just going willy-nilly through here. We have an idea of where they actually would possibly be. So Casey's put a couple of dots on the map. We're going to scope some of that out, and then we're going to just kind of scout a general area right here, but it's focused into this area where different things are happening with habitat and that kind of thing right now.
We're going to be looking at a bunch of like transition areas, a bunch of places where edge habitat is and whatnot, and then there's just some good old thickets in here too that are going to be good bedding. This is a weird time of year to come in here and scout, but it's the time of year we have right now,
and it's cool today.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would trade like today for a late July day anytime. Any day. So yes, it's thick, really grown up, but we'll still be able to take some inferences and stuff about whitetail in here, and pick out some stand trees possibly for the fall, and just kind of have a good time in the woods. Who knows, maybe find a blackberry to eat.
Let's rock and roll.
That's a wind.
Yeah.
There'll be some sort of cruising going on to the north of it on a south wind.
How far did we get when we were hunting pigs?
I mean, I got to that map dot for sure. I bet you we got to like right here and then hooked north. Are there deer over here going across the road? You know what I'm saying?
Not that direction much.
Not the old.
I don't think they even were doing that really when we were. I hung a trail camera on that west side.
True. All we had was Pretty Boy on there. That's it.
Pretty much. A couple does.
Rub on it there. That's a big rub. And maybe on a south wind. Like, see all this tree line in front of you here? Set up on the oak belt over here on south wind. Or that tree could be a good hunt spot too. I'm gonna mark that up. Even though that stands there, I mean, it's public land.
Yeah.
He's liable to not be there Monday through Friday.
Yeah, dude.
Take a photo of it. So that spike buck I killed, I guess it was 2018, 2019 season out here. Bedded in a spot just like this for about an hour before I actually shot him. It's not really what you would consider like traditional buck bedding, but this is kind of a high spot in a swampy area. And you can just tell like this is a place that gets used perennially by animals. I think hogs and deer will probably use it interchangeably. A little bit of browse on the privet around or whatever. Not really any hair on the ground. So it's not like a spot where you're gonna go, I'm gonna hunt buck bedding, right? But it's a spot where you do know that deer are gonna use and maybe gravitate towards. So just one of the other things we're putting together as a piece of the puzzle. This is kind of a soft peninsula out into it. Mm-hmm. Don't you think that this is gonna be the edge out here?
I do. It's weird how there's not as hard of trails as what we were on about 200 yards back there.
Yeah, but that's the issue with this time of year, right? Is you can't rely on deer sign. You gotta rely on a little bit of knowledge. And yeah, between the two of us, we have
a little bit of knowledge. Yeah. There's a fresh field. How about that? Jack ate my banana, so I gotta eat these baby bananas. What they travel through is the sumacs.
Yeah, because it's patchy. Like right there, I mean, you can see where deer can travel two directions, kind of
exactly.
around this clump.
I mean, I can see 100 yards that
And
way.
they're gonna make it to that landmark tree because that's just what deer do.
Yeah.
They're gonna bed back and forth. There's persimmons over here. There's persimmons intermittent all through this thing.
Yeah.
And there's a decent sized persimmon tree there. There's big
Bunch
persimmons
of them
back
right
there.
Yeah.
That might be the tree right there, dude.
Yeah. Is the winter weight? Is it? Don't break a limb, or that's habitat modification. I guess that's real. Right? And it was literally just your mouth.
And deer, I eat them green too. They don't have to be orange for them to eat them. This is where the beavers and the hogs decided to
Working
make
together.
little. Man, today has been one of those kind of strange days, and we kind of knew we were setting ourselves up for this. It's a weird time of year to be in the woods out scouting, but you can always learn something. But we got to make sure that we extract from this day what we actually have learned. And we were kind of sitting here just coming up with ideas like, you know, what did we do today? We found some human pressure, but you had like a really good like.
Yeah. Well, you get to
Broad
this point in the day, and you're like hungry for lunch, and you're like, man, I'm just walking in the woods now. And so we're getting to the point where we're like, okay, let's head back to the truck and get something to eat. But before we leave here, what did we learn? Did we learn anything? Is there anything we can even make a video out of?
Yeah,
that
is there
will
something to
help
actually
people?
share with y'all?
Yeah. So what we think is that the big concept here is that there is a big pond / swamp. It's a very flat area that this pond carries out into, and I think we've had a lot of water right now, but you can tell that this is swamp land. I mean, there's reeds growing up that are wetland reeds and stuff in it. Trees are dying. So I think that is going to pinch deer into certain areas. We're in one of those areas right now, but I think we may be a touch too far south of that pond. But we saw a really good trail, and we're assuming that that trail back up here is where the water line usually is for that. So we hadn't done a whole lot of persimmon scouting in May, you know what I mean? So we don't really know if they're going to bloom later or if these are all male trees. But either way, if we can find the females, we can. That's pretty good.
You want to find a female?
If we can find the female trees, then we're going to be hopefully in a spot that, you know, is a good spot out in this whole open area. And that's stuff that we may come back in later this summer and do. We had a cool day today. And
I gotta get at this pivot. I'm done. Whoop.
Yep.